Hello. Welcome to the last day of the Trials of Olympus, the Trial of Briareus. My clan is getting smoked for the first time in the Trials of Olympus. It's the rise of the ancients are coming. Lots to do. Let's do a little check-in here. I haven't started doing anything for day 5 yet. There's our portal set up. This 3-headed monster. I was trying to train some troops earlier. I'll check in on that. We're up to 923,000. Well behind. Funny story. Somebody left a comment on the video from yesterday overnight. They were in the Sun. They are in the Sun clan. So they stopped in and checked out the video and left a comment. Appreciate that. Good luck, and you guys are out in the lead in the Sun clan. Ranking wise, if you recall, I snuck in an hour of playing time during the lava trial. It helped us get 10 of the 21 rewards. We got 15 of 20. And on a personal goal side, with the lava oil, we had collected rankings within my clan. I'm in 22nd place. We haven't had the best participation this go around, but we'll see. Exciting stuff here. Let me know when you get here. Say hello. We are closing in on 3,000 subscribers, 6 away at the time that we're live here. See if we can get to that 3,000 by the time I wake up tomorrow morning. Trial of Briareus. You can send all 3 of your captains, just like the Arachne Swarm event, just like the Shadow Invasion. In this one, you'll collect Valor and Experience points. They increase the levels. You can get up to 80 rewards. Goals. The rewards are based on difficulty of your goal, and your goals depend on the level of your troops. So G5 in my case. So the goals for the rewards point-wise will be different for you based off of your guardsman level. We have to make sure we claim our rewards before the reset of the tournament because they do not carry over. Now, the troops that die in the attack against the Briareus, you have to use gold or sacred potions to revive them. I received about 60 or 70,000 gold, I believe. It might have been a little less than 60,000. And I had 60 or 70,000 sacred potions, which I already used some of them to revive troops that were dead. So I don't know that this will be a long stream. One thing to be aware of, the captains you can revive with silver. Anyone else that dies, though, your troops, monsters, mercenaries, you have to use gold or sacred potions to revive them, even though the Ruthless Slaughter is live, okay? In the Ruthless Slaughter, when you read, you'll just, where is it at? During the slaughter tournament, troops that perish while attacking can be revived by spending silver. You got to read the note. Exceptions may occur due to overlapping tournament rules. So, the Trial of Briareus rule, where your troops can only be revived with gold or sacred potions, supersedes and takes precedence over the ruthless slaughter rules. So, don't think you can use your silver because you can't. Let's make sure we get our bonuses turned on. I did earlier today activate my Valor and other bonuses. Let me get the VIP turned on here. I did activate, yeah, it's still active for a couple more hours. Experience, Valor, my army strength, march speed, health, all that stuff. So let's get some more troops, because I do not have many remaining. So we're going to blow through some speed ups and whatnot here to try to build an army. Now I could skip this because we are not going to win. But for the sake of just collecting points and participating, let's develop some troops and kill some troops. I got some riders, level 3. I want to get some 3s and 4s created. This way we just have a little bit of a stack option. We have seen in the past sending the strongest troops that we have yields the best results. Oh, excuse me, I had a little cough going tonight for some reason. Allergies have been bad this year. So I'll just do 3 days worth of troops on each, just so we have an amount of each troop type from 3 to 5. And then we'll start sending some attacks at the Briareus. Oh, I almost clicked train there. That would have been more daily speed ups than I was planning on using. Again, if you join in, say hello. Let us know that you are here. Let us know what kingdom you are from, who you're representing, how you are doing in the Trials of Olympus. This is my favorite event to participate in. And by event, I don't mean the event or the trial of today. I mean the entire event as a whole, the Trial of Olympus. So we've got some there. Let's get a little bit more of the G5s. Can we get here if we get to the 3 days? There we go. I got some help clicks there real quick. We'll get some riders. I'll leave this slot open so this way we can train as we go if we do so choose to do that. I don't think I have too many specialists floating around. Could add some of these folks. Let's add some specialists too. Why not? is it at? Mr. Tomlinson is in the house. Second place finish. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but no one from my clan has really participated this time around. Let's add some silver. So I think this is going to be our first third place finish. There was only one other time we didn't win, and we got matched up with a clan that was just far superior to ours. And we scored our normal 2.2, 2.3 million, and they were like well over 3 million. Like there was just nothing we could do to catch up. Let's get some silver in here and train these 2 sets of troops. And then we'll see what we have as far as the 4s and 3s. These vicious swordsmen. I don't have to worry about that. These only come up at 5, so we just have some levels of swordsmen here, and that will be all. Oh, come on. It's close to 3 days without going over, Bob. Get some 3. All right. Now, captain wise, we can send all 3 captains. We got the great Cleopatra. Now I want to keep upgrading Farad and Aurora because I'm trying to get my construction bonus moving up quicker. Let's get rid of her armor. I'm going to give her this Zeus artifact. I figure it's got to help out to some degree. So we're going to take it away. Yeah. And give it to her. What does Farad have? Let's give him an artifact to yield some toughness. So we're going to give him this Fan of the 5 Winds. To give him a little bump. He has no equipment on, and we'll let Cleopatra roll with hers. So we'll try to level up those captains. I'm trying to get their bonuses up. Now, let's deselect all. We've done this before where we just do the total stack and send our strongest troops that we have out. But let's go this way. We last a little while here. Pretty much out of these monsters after this first attack here. I'm not paying a lot of attention, obviously, to what their health points are. Now, the battle griffins are pretty badass. Excuse me. Alright, so now we have quite. What do we got? Another 5,000. Well, we got quite a bit that we can still send out. So let's start. I don't want to spend. Okay, so I only have 1,623. So we'll send fewer. We'll send all of these level 4s. Keep rolling down here. This first attack is going to be better than our second attack ends up being. It's about half. Oh, I don't want to send all of them. I want some for next attack. I'm just trying to get about half right now. Again, we've done this attack many times before, and typically I have way more troops. I'm still decimated from the Arachne Swarm challenge that we did a few weeks back. Normally I would just click the select all and fill it up with the strongest troops and max it out and let them run. Except for bringing more troops. Yeah, so that's what the Zeus Lightning brings, more troops. We'll switch to the Source Flask next. Let's see what this Zeus deal does. We're at 40, 43. We'll see how it changes it after. I should unlock Mercenaries, so I'll get another free stack here of the Mercs. Let's go kill everybody. Here comes Cleopatra. Oh, then it switches over. Aurora's just hammering away. Alright, we leveled up to 65. Right up to 67. Journal entry. 540 million. We got our 6.85 thousand sigils. We went over 1 billion on the XP. That's what we want. We want to hit the billions there. So the Zeus artifact, dominance, leadership, authority. Yeah. Details, we actually struck first. 4 layers of troops, so we'll get a pretty big run. These monsters did quite a bit of damage. The riders are awesome. A lot of kills as we run through. Alright, we'll switch out the Zeus Flask next. Let's go collect here. And I do currently have the Senator title. So Senator Sir Laudalus is alive and well. So we're getting that XP bonus. We turned on or we have the XP bonus from this event that we unlock early on. So there's all 5. Let's claim these. So we have quite a few bonuses in place when it comes to earning XP. Let's get that. Typically we're way farther along and we're collecting endless drachmas, but missed the first, essentially 3 full days of the tournament. So we are far behind where we've been the previous 2 live streams we've done for... There it is. For this event. All right, now I always have to remember, go down, revive the captains with the silver. Before I revive anyone this time, I don't remember how much, what do we have left? Where's our sacred potion number? There, 38,000. We'll see. All right, let's do another run. Oh, I was going to switch out the source flask. Bam. Swap. So oddly, we did get these 2 level up. We'll see how much they level up. I didn't even pay attention last time where they were at. We're at 65 and 67. Let's take 100 of our mercs. We'll keep it 10, 15, 20, 25. We're running out of monsters there. We'll take the full 146 of those elementals. What else can we take? Well, these are all our final layers down here. Might as well take 590, take the full 1123. Those guys are maxed out. Well, with where we're at right now, we could take everyone. Those riders will end up dying first. Let's just take close to an even 1,000, 2,500. All right, we'll send them on their way. Man, I wish I had enough troops. We could just max that number out. We're still recovering. All right, up from 67 to 69. 69 to 71. Let's get in and collect. Take a look at the fight log in a minute here. Got some drachmas. Got some Zeus frags. Is that the Zeus? No, it's the torch you get from here. The Zeus you have to buy. Where are we at? 150 now. All right. Let's revive. So now, what do we say? We had 38,000 sacred potions. Now the big question, to revive or not to revive with our sacred potions. We have 38,000. I don't need to revive these griffins. I still have plenty. Well, that's the old set. I just have 25 to go. I still have riders. I still have monsters. We don't really need to revive them at this point yet. So we're missing quite a few layers of monsters. So we got to get those monsters back. And everyone but our riders we need back. Alright, so let's revive some of these old folks here. Revive our monsters. Oh, it only lets you go one way. Get our monsters back. Alright, now we're getting into our specialists. Mercs, we don't need to revive yet. Let's get these monsters back. We're going to run out of our sacred potions here very, very quickly. These level 3s, I'd rather just train than spend any resources on them. All right. Let's take a look at the journal. So significantly less. No, I didn't take the same number. Mr. Dougie. We had fewer the second go around. Same number of monsters. Actually, we might have had a few more monsters. But less troops. I think it was the same number of stacks. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We had 24, 25, 26. We were missing mercenaries the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we did have 28 stacks of troops and monsters the first time. So yeah, we did run out and lose some that weren't replaced, but not many. If we attack now, we can half these. Alright, we have way fewer troops. Alright, let's train some more troops. Go back to the troops. So we're out here. Let's do 2 days worth. That's close enough. Still got plenty of riders. Let's add another. Three days of archers. Let's get 6 days here. We need more silver. Level 3s. What can we get here? We'll just max this out. We'll do the full 8 days here. 3, 6, 1, 15, 8. What was the result in fragments? I don't know. Let's look in a minute here. We're losing signal here. Might have disconnected for a minute. Apologies. Let's get these last guys out here. Yeah, you need to be out in villages to recoup all the losses. Silva. Need Silva. Alright. That's that. How's our... We're out here. Let's get 6 days worth of dead shots. I would feel better about doing all this if we were in the running to win, but we are nowhere near close to having a chance at winning. This is all for pride here to see how far we can get points-wise. On our own. There's Vulture. Maybe we can move up our clan rankings inside our own clan. 6 days. There, close enough. There's a little bit of lag right now in the game. Alright, level 4 swordsman. We'll kill off most of these afterwards. Well, I won't bore you with killing them off. I'll kill them off after I get offline. Let's just get these guys trained. And then we'll do the full 8 days here for the level 3. Train. Help. Speed up. Okay. Now we fight. Let's check the journal one more time. Alright, so we had the 6.85. With our sigils, 334 million fragments, 540 million in valor. That first run. And that was with a solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 28 layers of troops and monsters. The second go, 200, about 100 million less, 200 million less, 500 million less. I don't even pay attention to what the sigils were. Troop-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24. So we had 26 instead of 28. But again, we had less troops overall because they were dying out and I hadn't retrained any yet. So let's see now. We'll use this as the comparable to the first attack. Because we can take more troops, which I don't think we're going to get close to that, just because I don't have an endless supply of troops this time around. But I'll take half of all these, half-ish we'll call it. As we go through here, so we get 2 runs out of these guys. Okay. So now we'll play around with our troops. I think we took 750 of these the first time. Let's just take an even 1,000. We'll half these, 1130. Call it 2,000. Quick math, 19. I don't even know what that'll get me, 19. Then we'll go close enough. This is just so I can get 2 runs out of these stacks that I'm doing half. I think we're going to end up with more troops this time than we did the first attack. Almost there. Quite a few more archers. We don't have to take half of these to get out. They're the level 3s. I'm going to kill them anyway. Whatever. All right, so we had 35,345. That's a pretty nice number, almost symmetrical. Let's see if we remember these. Let me write it down, because I'm not going to remember. We don't have to go back and look. Let's see here. Hold on. I got to move my notebook all over. So guardsmen, we're taking 35,345. Mercs 100, and then monsters we're at 3769. All right, let's start our march. So this should be pretty close to the first attack, layer wise and troop number wise. We might have a few more troops than we did on that first run. But we did switch out Zeus for the flask, I believe it was. So Aurora, the lovely Aurora, from 71 to 74. I don't remember. I think she started the night at 65. Farad's up to 75. Go to that first attack. Well, she started at 57. She's up over 70. 57 and 60. So significant jumps they're making. That'll be good for my research and construction. All right, so let's check the numbers. We had that first run, 540 in Valor. XP 1.13 billion, and then the fragments 334 million. Let's see the second, well, the second run, who cares? Third run, so 574, a little better by 34 million, 1.2 billion XP versus the 1.13. And then 354 million in fragments versus the 334, so 20 million more. So yeah, we had the full 28 layers. We threw this flask in instead of the Zeus lightning rod, and our insert a big word that starts with a capital F. Our riders never even got off the ground. So I'm going to move that back down to 750. So that would have been a big hit there. The riders do some good damage. There go the monsters. Look at even the level 4 riders, 1,100 of them. 3409. Almost like the level 5 monsters, pretty close. Level 4 riders in comparison. The number that we took on this little trip. I might bump that riders down to 500 just to make sure they attack a couple times. Down to 120. You got 128 exchanges. That first run, 127. Okay, let's revive with silver. Our captains. We're not going to revive anybody else. Let's collect our points here. Into Briareus, claim our tournament points. Which then we'll get some more rewards. Usually we're farther along, but again, we didn't get to play a lot of these Olympus Trials. So we're making up for it here tonight with the Briareus and gonna level up Aurora and Farad. They started at 57 and 60, I think it was. So 3 attacks later, they're up quite a bit. All right, monsters. I might as well just make that 41, 39, 56, 110. All right, this number, I'm lowering this to 500. Hopefully they attack at least twice. All right, we're going to be out. We'll just bump that up since it's close enough. 18, 17. So we're going to be without troops. These are all going to die off. Okay. So troop number wise, we were at 35, 345 last time. We're going to be at 35, 372. So slightly more with moving our riders down. We have our might overall is a little bit higher, even taking 500 less riders. Mercs, we're at 100. Again, monsters, we were at 3769 the first time. We're at 3787. Just because there was only going to be 1 or 2 left. Let's send another run in. I like how Cleopatra and our fiery dragon lead the way. And then, Cleopatra's taking the lead this time. So that's interesting. In the graphic, the very first time we did it, she's doing the electric slide backwards. If you remember, Cleopatra let out, and then it switched to Aurora, who we did give that Zeus artifact to. So I wonder if that has anything to do, that gave her the initiative and made her the strong captain. I'm not sure. So we're up to 78 and 79. And Cleo got a level. Way to go, Cleopatra. 79 million. We're inching toward 80 million. We're not going to get there tonight. All right. This run, 571 million. So just slightly less than the 574 from last time. XP 1.19 billion. So that's just under the 1.2 billion. And then fragments 352 million. And we had 354 the last time. So very similar. We were struck first again. So I wonder if that Zeus artifact gives us the priority, because we did hit first when we took that artifact. Did that leadership give us that bump there? All right, there's our 500 riders. 29.98. We bumped that down to 500 because we wanted them to strike many a times. Well, at least 2 was the target. There was 1. Our mercs are down in the attack. Now we're looking at some deaths. There's the riders again, another 29.98. There's our mercs. There's our griffins that we have down the line. So we got 3 attacks out of our riders, 3 out of the mercs, 3 out of the battle griffins. We got 4 out of the riders before they died. So that's good. About 12,000 kills roughly from the riders. 4th attack from the mercs and the griffin. So we got 5 out of the mercs and 6 out of the battle griffins. We finished at 128 attacks again, so that was 2 in a row. All right, so we were attacked first there. Attacked first there. Attack first. So we've been struck first every time except that first run when we used the Zeus artifact. Let's try switching Zeus back on and see if that gives us the authority we need to hit first. Let's get our silver on to revive the captains here. Alright, now we want to only... I think I'm just going to use... for the time being, what we have left of our sacred potions. That's why they hook you up with all that gold. Alright, I don't want to accidentally revive any level 4 or level 3 troops. So I'm going to keep my eye out here as we spend our gold. We'll go in and train them again really quick. And by really quick, I just mean however long it takes us to revive them. Before we start attacking again, I'll let those level 5s just sit here and decide what to do with them. I might just slowly revive them back here and there over the next few days until the 6 days runs out. But monsters, you have to use those monster coins to train them. And they're hard to come by, so I don't want to kill the monsters off. We'll go use more silver and more speed ups. And speed along some training. Alright, did I miss any monsters here? No. Okay. Check out our rewards situation. Very good. We're almost in the endless Drachma range. We got some more torch fragments. So we'll collect some more gold and get into the endless fragments here in a minute. My individual points are going up here. Among my clan members, I got up to 16th now. Back to the troop training. Let's get back down here at level 3. I need to add some money here. Oh, should I put a whole bunch in? I don't know how much we're going to need, but let's just keep adding. Spend the silver. Load it up. Okay, let's get to these level 3s. I've been using a bunch of these speed ups lately. Yeah, complete. This is going to be a last run through for this live stream. So I think I'm just going to train. Let's double it up. Let's go big on these. This way we can get a few more attacks in. See what comes of it. Dougie, am I crazy or what? It's another quiet night. Get these riders out. Let's get 2 of these in. All right. Level 4. They're at 9 days. 3, 6, 1, 15. Starting to get a headache here. I don't know if it's my allergies or staring at this screen or lack of sleep from being away all weekend. Let's blame the game and all of the silver and gold that we're using. I don't want that. Okay, I won't ask if I'm crazy. I appreciate you staying up at 4 a.m., sir. Help. Help. We all need a little help. Take one runner riders there. Let's get another run. This isn't making me cringe as much as when I was doing that Arachne Swarm getting to the top 100 challenge. That was awful. David, hello, welcome. You're in time to see our last set of fireworks here. Let's get that to 9 days. I can live with that if we're down to 9. I'm doing one of those things again where for pretty much no reason other than to try to move up my clan rankings, or internal clan rankings, I'm spending a bunch of resources. We have no shot at winning. So this is just to collect some rewards here. And I think if I can squeak myself into the top 10 of my clan score, I get a piece of the rewards that come from our 3rd place finish. I got some last time. So let's see, and it won't be too bad if I can get into the top 10, considering I completely missed the first 2 days from my travel, and I made it with an hour to spare on day 3, and I had my 9-year-old son while I was driving. I was telling him how to play the game and how to defend and run from the lava fountains. He didn't do too bad. He was attacked 4 times. He only lost twice. And the both times that he lost was one of those deals where he had just gotten to the fountain and a large player came right behind him and destroyed him. So not too bad. But we're able to get some. So from an hour, and then I got 15 set of rewards yesterday and whatever we're getting here, and I might be able to squeak in to the top 10 of our clan and get some of the points. So not too bad of an overall individual showing, but our clan as a whole, the participation just didn't seem to be there. Our score were at like 900 and some thousand. Typically we're over 2 million or right around 2 million when the event ends. And it's usually a 1st place finish. But now we're sitting back and watching the other 2 clans battle it out. Oh, and Dougie, I don't know if you were on at the very beginning, but remember last time when we were doing the lava trials? The lava trials, and we were fighting and getting in and out, and that other clan was sending large players to kick out of the fountain, and then they'd send the small player in to take it over. And you made a comment, what if their clan was watching and taking pointers and making a strategy around it? I got a message overnight. Actually, it might have been first thing this morning, regardless, from someone in the Sun clan, which is one of the 2 clans we're facing this time. And he laughed and said, "Hey, we're playing against you." So he did see the live stream. He just saw it after we went live. So it did happen, just not live and in action where he could tell his clan and take action against us. But I thought that was pretty funny. I wanted to mention that to you. All right, we're almost done here. Yeah, that is so. I don't remember if it was one of you, David or Dougie, or both of you. Someone mentioned they had that non-fighting, non-compete pact for the lava trials, which I think is, I'm not a fan of it. That's part of it. In order to max out without spending money, fight away. But yeah, my clan doesn't do a good job, I don't think, of talking about what we're doing and strategizing as far as how to attack and defend the fountains. It's kind of just chaos, which I'm totally fine with. I love the chaos, if you can't tell by the way I play this game. But you can tell some of the other clans are on top of it and are paying very close attention and working together, because when I was playing, I noticed that I would go to my fountain, or if I was in the fountain, the other clan would send, like immediately, would send 3 players at the fountain, especially if I went into the other territory and was trying to steal one of their fountains. As I started marching towards a fountain, I'd hit all my speed ups, and you get your like 55 seconds approximately that it's going to take you to walk there. They would have already dispatched 2 to 3 players to come after me. So one might beat me there, or if I did get there, there was 3 layers of different sized troops that were coming after me to hit me. And usually the first player that was there would leave, and then it was the second or third player that would end up sitting. So there's definitely some strategies going on as the clans figure out how to play this game, this tournament, the most effectively. All right, I got level 4. Let's get these guys, and then we can go back to the attack. Okay, I think I took a level 3. I think I trained for the guardsmen 2 sets, so let's do that. Keep it even. Okay. Here we go. I'm losing a bunch of food as I have tons of dead troops sitting around. I'll worry about that later. Alright, we continue to level up Aurora and Farad. Started at 57 and 60. Monsters, that's about what I've been sending each time. Let's send half of all these again, just so we have 2 runs, and we're going to run out of monsters here before we run out of troops, I think. But we'll go as many times as we can here. Take 40 this time. Hundreds. Let's take 49 of these guys this time. And this one's pretty close. Alright, let's bump this up a little. Oh, I'm going to have to is it going to let me do it now? Alright. This is the thing we want to change. We move the source flask, But the only time that we didn't get hit first is when we had this Zeus lightning artifact. So let's swap it again and see if it does the two things. One, if it lets us attack first again. And two, if on the march it swaps out Cleopatra with Aurora, which I think that might be the good indication that this artifact takes precedence. Let's see how it plays out as we switch that back. All right, that's up to 550. Now let's go 575. We're probably going to get 3. I increase those numbers. We'll probably get 3 runs down here. So let's do, that's at about 3,000. Let's do 900. These guys we can take considerably about more. 7,000 divided by 3. Let's call it 2,300. Just see if we can get 3 runs out of this. That's about 6,000. Another one about 6,000. Let's go slightly less. I'll leave that at 1985. Let's bump that up. I'll keep that 2,000. Oh, Helen. I know. I want Helen and Hercules. I want all the big dogs. I want them to just gift them to me. Maybe I can write the total battle, folks, and the developers, and maybe they'll read it someday and just ask if they'll give me Helen for free for making videos. Guess it wouldn't hurt to ask. Right? All right, 14,000. I can take a little over. Let's do 4,250. What do we got down here? Well, that's not working. No, we don't want that either. This we can take more. We'll do that 4,250-ish. Let's just go 4,300. So you can get Helen through the Triumphal Challenge if you buy the regular pass. Is that what I'm hearing? I don't really look. We're almost maxed out there for the first time. All right, this run, we got 45,867 for our troop authorities. Still 100 mercs. Monsters 3566. So that's a little lower, but about 10,000 more from the guardsman side. Should we send some catapults? This is fun. We talked about not sending catapults. Let's see if the catapults kill anybody. I'm only going to send 25 of them. But why not? How many would it take for it to max out? All of them? Yeah, I'll just send 25. I accidentally set catapults on one of the ancient runs earlier. Nobody noticed it, or they didn't say anything about it. I apologized. And then a second time, I almost did it again, completely on accident. All right, so we switch the flask. All right, let's watch this. If she switches to Aurora like she did the last time we had the Zeus artifact in. There she goes again. All right, so I think that means we struck first, because that's what it did the first time. All right, so we're up to 81. 82. Let's go right to the journal this time. No, we got hit first. So the Zeus artifact did not get us the first hit. So far, on 5 attacks, we've only struck first once. 666, that's the highest valor we've collected. 574 was the previous high. 1.39 billion on XP. 1.2 was the previous high. And then the 412 million fragments. These monsters, and our monsters got hit before ever getting a strike off. Where's our riders? Our riders got, so we could still probably bump our riders up a tad. Instead of 2,900, they killed 3,200. All right, 144, that was our longest run. Look at these catapults, just one off and all over the place. Survive until the bitter end. The last troops to fall. All right, I'm not going to send any catapults anymore. You sound like a Raven teacher. Yes, just buy it. Well, you know that if I ever buy it, it's going to be your fault now. Oh, what do we get? Is the Hall of Fame unlocked? Did we move up the Hall of Fame here? Which one does Aurora fall under? There we go. It was that middle one. We're going to get some army strength bonus out of this. Oh, Farad was the one that did it for us. There we go. Up to level 40. Thanks, Farad. All right, so we'll get a little tiny bit more of a bonus here this go around. Now what does it want me to do? It wants me to raise brawn. Still got that little one there. Is it like insisting that I increase brawn? I don't feel like it. Let's revive. All right, well, since this didn't do anything for us, let's go back to the flask. Let's level up. Maybe we can squeak our way up to 80 million tonight. Raise. Where are we at now? Nope, we're not going to get there. 79,436. Complete. Claim some more rewards. We're finally getting into the endless drachmas. Get some gold. Claim. Back to the fight. Let's bump these up now. We're going to run out of these monsters here. Sorry, we got 17, 16, so we're going to lose these monster stacks on all future attacks. We're getting rid of the catapults. We're going to bump up our riders a tad. We can take 1,000 here. That'll be, we'll have 1,900 on that last run. I think we'll leave those and just take whatever's left afterwards. We'll leave those at 42, 43. Well, no, we can just go straight up 5,000. No, I guess we can't. There, we're maxed out now. All right, so the first time we're maxing out. 47,320. Still 100 mercs. 3908 on the monsters. So that's the highest we've had there. Here we go. This is going to be our second to last run. It really wants me to upgrade Brawn. I'm going to do this part on my phone. I feel like I miss stuff when I putz around there in my computer. You can't see the stuff as well. So yeah, it keeps Cleopatra. It doesn't switch to Aurora as the big tractor. Or the big tractor. As the big attacker. Up to 85. I got 86. Well, I appreciate that, Mr. David. I am very patient with this game. It doesn't, as much as I would like Helen and everyone, I just keep sticking it out and limp along. 731. That's our biggest. 451 on the frags. 1.53 billion. Did we finally strike first? We did. Yay! We finally got the first attack. 2 for 6. I was able to get all the level 4 up there, and that worked out nice. They're still getting that monster. Why does it work out that way? Do you guys know this? So we get our level 4s are attacking. Boom, there's 4 stacks. There's 1 stack gone. 2, 3. Then our archers strike. Why do our level 5 archers not die here? Why is it this monster? This is our largest monster. And it's every time he's dying right there. Got our riders up to 35, almost 3,400 kills. These guys are still plugging away. 138 gargoyles. We're going to lose those gargoyles now. Alright, I think this is going to be our last attack coming up. Where is the silver? I need to, there we go. I'm going to have to kill off a lot of troops. They're destroying my food situation. Chugging through on the rewards. Let's get our endless drachmas. We're at 27. We're up to 600 drachmas. What do you guys spend your drachmas on? I bought a couple of these yesterday. One of them was complete shit. I got like the 50,000 iron and 50,000 wood. And the second one, I did get fragments. I forget which one it was. I think it was the specialist, whichever one increases the specialist. But what are you guys spending these on? The silver? Yeah, that would make sense, huh? I need those silvers. I bought one of the Zeus frags because I like getting my might score up. Silver? David's getting the silver too? Alright, I think this is the last attack. Alright, wait, which one is getting hit? Is it this one that's getting hit out of sequence? Now I gotta look. Again. Desert Vanquisher, getting hit out of order. Which is this guy, right? Yeah, alright. So we'll put the Vanquisher, can go down. We'll use our last 19 here, 25. 1 isn't going to do anything except just get itself killed. Send a few more Griffins. We'll send our final 1093. Yeah, I thought about grabbing the Epic Tar. Let's go 2634. We'll use our final. Oh, that's as much as we can go there, huh? Oh, we might be able to get a cheesy 4th attack where we hardly have any troops left to send, but might as well do it while we're here. Alright, so 48,841, that's going to be the highest number of authority we've sent so far. 1588 is about half from the monster side, or I called it authority leadership. Here goes Cleo. Aurora keeps rolling. There's Cleo. That's her 2nd level up of the night. Way to go. We are very proud of you, Miss Cleopatra. All right, 569. That from the Valor side. So according to what we have here, out of our 6 runs, that's our 5th lowest Valor collection. 1.19 billion. Right at the same spot. And then 351 million frags. We got killed first this time. Alright, so our monsters didn't die out of order. Our riders, I'm going to creep them up a little bit more next time too. I'll give them 700 on the next run, as we're going to be out of some troop layers. Probably get Griffins and Mercs up a little bit too. I actually might have to revive some Mercs. Are they completely dead? Only 78 as we're running out of troop layers. Did my VIP turn off? I had it on. I probably am past an hour. I thought I turned on my 6 hours. Hold on. Let me go back and look. Yep. Good reminder. It ran out. We have been on over an hour. Good looking out. I'll get it for the last run here. I thought that was going to be the last run, but we're going to be able to squeak one more cheesy half-ass run. And I might need to get some mercenaries. I don't know if I'm out. Yeah, there's only 30 left. So let's get some mercenaries revived. Where are you at? There's 6. No, I'm not going to worry about that. Get to the gold. Gold. Just revive. Where are you at? Mercs. There's 90. There's another 90. Okay. Now a final run. Let's bump this up. Alright, won't worry about that. So we're going to have 3 monster layers there. Take a couple more. I'm going to bump this up to 700 just to get a little more out of them. Take the last of what we have. I don't care if those swordsmen die off. How close am I to G7? I'm far. I don't even have enough valor to complete to get to unlock G6. I think the next research that I do is going to cost me 6 billion valor, and I still have a couple more levels to go. So I'm still a ways off. All right, so all we have is 9,159 on the leadership front. 150 on the mercs. It's the most mercs we've taken so far. Yeah, I'm working on them now. Trying to collect valor so I can get the higher guardsman levels. Alright, so this is not going to be a very lucrative run, but it will be one more run nonetheless. One final fight, Cleopatra's last stand. See if she's got enough in her tank to help Aurora and Farad level up one more time. She did. She done it. So we started Aurora at 57 tonight. Up 31 levels. I'll help out my construction speed. And the great Farad, I believe he started at 60 tonight. Up to 89. Cleopatra was at 123. She's at 125. And remember, if you're watching, we took off any armor that we had on these folks so that we didn't lose it. Because if it doesn't help out in battle, it's not going to help us out, and we're just wasting it there. So strip them of their clothing. See this last number here. So another 106 million valor. 222 million XP. And 65 million. Briareus complete. Let's get our final awards over here. See if we snuck in to the top 10 in my clan rankings. We were at 926,000, I think, when we started. So we're up to 936. Get some more drachmas. So we'll finish with 900. We lost by a lot, but we slid in to 10th place. Can we stay there? All right, David, I will save them. I will heed your advice. Maybe I need to come play in your clan for a little bit. Unless I need to have G6 or G7 to get there. I like to learn and then take back and help out. All right, we snuck to level 10, so as long as these friends of mine here don't play anymore, I'll get a share of these fragments and dragon coins. So hopefully nobody jumps me. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Let's revive our captains. And then I gotta start killing everybody off. Where is the silver? They hide it. Should be the very first one. All right. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. It's been a pleasure having you. I don't know what to do with those level 5 troops. Normally, I would revive them, but we've gone through quite a few. I don't know that I want to spend so much gold reviving them. David, what's your take? Do I use my gold and revive my level 5 troops? Or do I just kill them off and just use the gold to revive my monsters? I feel like there's so many dead here that I'd be just wasting all my gold. I don't even really have enough gold at this moment to do it anyway. Not enough. I blew through. I don't know if you saw my Arachne Swarm. Let's see what it takes to place in the top 100 challenge. But I blew through like 500,000 gold. I have 129,000 gold. I think I was up to like 700,000. And with the Arachne challenge, I blew through all of it, and it was not worth it at all. Along with the billions of frickin' silver that I spent training troops. But we learned a valuable lesson. Don't try to rank in the top 100 in the Arachne Swarm. What else do we have here? Let's revive our mercenaries. I feel like this is easier to do on the telephone as well. Okay, I'll kill everyone off and just revive my monsters. And my mercs. I'm probably missing some of these as I go through, all these food eaters. We're back on the plus side for the food. I'll go through and kill all these G5s, but I'll worry about that in the morning. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Still says we're negative. Oh, because of our temple upkeep. Blah. All right. Well, I won't bore everyone with killing the remainder of my troops off. That's it. David, Dougie, thanks for your help tonight. Thanks for joining. I will see you back next time. I always try to go at least once a week and do a live, so we'll see what day I can get on, maybe the end of this week or next week, and see what the heck we can come up with. That's it. Have a good night. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.